Hey guys, welcome back to the last video. Okay, so I'm gonna place my now outlined portrait on my desk or my table, wherever you are. So you should have your picture of you outlined and you're ready to get started with the colors. Okay, so what you need for this is you need markers and crayons. So this is called mixed media. When we have two or more materials that we're using in an art project, it's called mixed media because the name of a material such as crayons or markers or colored pencils or clay or pastel, whatever we're using, that's called a medium. So mixed media means we're using mixed and we're using lots of them. So we're going to use both. We're using crayons and markers, and I would like you to use both because I think it'll turn out a little bit more detailed. So unfortunately we can't do paint, we can't do anything like that because there's just not enough for everyone to have their own. I tried, I looked through all the stuff I have to see if I could pass all that stuff out to you guys, and there's just not enough stuff that I have for each of you to have your own. And unfortunately you have to be able to have your own and not share right now. So we're just going to use what we have, which is crayons and markers. You can also substitute colored pencils for crayons if you'd rather use colored pencils and not crayons. That's fine. Okay, so what you do need is you need your skin color crayon or colored pencil. So peach or brown or tan, whatever color you are, you need that color. If you don't have that color crayon, come see me. I have plenty that you can borrow. I have tons of different ones. I have tan, I have peach, I have brown, I have all of them. So come see me if you don't have the correct colors, or have your teacher contact me and I'll send them down to you. Okay? So what we're gonna do first, and if you've been doing art with me for this year and even before, we kind of did talk a little bit about shading this year. So a little bit to do with shading is where you would take like a darker color or you would just press harder on one side. So I'm actually going to use brown just on the side, but I'm pressing really light just to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow. So if you've been doing art with me, you know we've been talking about shading and shadows actually very recently. That's what our last couple of projects were about. Now this just kind of makes it look a little bit more realistic and more like my face is like round and not flat. However, if you're not doing this part, you're just using the one color, that's fine too. Okay, so first I want you to get your colors and then start coloring in your skin. Okay, so your first step is to color in your skin. Now I'm taking my peach. I'm actually shading over just that light brown that I colored where I did the shadows. This part down here that I'm coloring is my neck. Oh, I actually need to go down here too. So don't forget your neck, because I've had like students in the past forget that that's part of their skin too. Also, there's a lot of you who you will see your ears. In my picture you don't see my ears because my hair is covering it, but make sure you color your ears if you see them with your skin color. Okay, so also please, when coloring in, try and stay in the lines in one direction, nice and neat. Try your guys' best. Okay, so now I'm just going to go around. Okay, just about done with my skin color. And then I'm going to move on. Okay. So you guys can see where I did like the light brown and I just colored over it. It just kind of gives it like a little bit more of a round shape for my face. Okay, next I'm going to do my hair. My hair color is dark brown. So this is kind of, it turned out to be not super dark. So when I color my hair in, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to use a black marker to do some of my hair black, and then I'm going to do brown over it. If you have blonde hair, you would probably use yellow. If you have red hair, you might use like an orange. If you have lighter brown hair, you might just use the light brown crayon. But I'm just going to do the black just to kind of outline it a little bit more and like show like some strands of hair, just kind of like what I did there. So, and then the rest of it, I'm going to actually just color in brown with the brown crayon. Obviously, you guys aren't totally copying mine because your hair might look totally different, but I'm just kind of giving you some ideas. So now I'm just going to color this in. The reason that I did the marker was just, again, like to kind of show where some of the hair strands are. I could have used brown for that instead of black, but since my hair is dark brown, I wanted to use the black just to kind of make it look like it's a little darker. So like make it look a little bit more like me. Okay, so I'm trying to color in kind of fast so that you guys can keep working on this on your own time, so I'm not like wasting all your time. I guess you're probably working as I'm working as well, but just in general. But if you're not coloring as fast as me, it's totally normal. Okay. It looks kind of weird with just black. So I'm going to add some brown in here, some brown marker. Just because I don't love how the black turned out. So just a couple more. There we go. That's better. Okay. Once you have that, next would be I'm going to do my lips, just like a really light pink. Using crayon for this because it's not as harsh as marker. I would leave your teeth white. Don't color those anything. Eyebrows, you want to match those with your hair color. I'm going to use the crayon for that as well because it's not as harsh. Eye color. My eye color is like a greenish blue, so we'll go with this one. So the only part of your eye that's colored in, zoom in, is this part around the pupil, around the little black part. That's it. This part here, let me use my pencil to show you. This part here stays white, and this part here stays white. This part here stays white, and this part here stays white. This little tiny little circle that I put in my eye is just kind of like a reflection of lights. You can leave a little tiny white circle that kind of gives it like a nice detail. Okay. All right, next step would be to color in my shirts in the background. And I'm all set. So for the background, I'm gonna leave that open to you guys to choose however you wanna do it. I would like you to use both crayons and markers. I would like you to do some type of pattern or design. So again, I'm gonna show you kind of like my final one that I did. This one was a slightly different picture. Like my hair was like in a ponytail on the side. But same idea. So in this one, I did paint the background, so it's a little different. And I also did paint my hair, so it is a little different. But at least if you use crayons and markers in the background, it might give it just like a nice detail. So I don't know, let's do a blue shirt. Oh, so by the way, the shirt that I had on in this picture, in my original picture, was it was just like a grayish tan color. I'm not going to do that color for the shirt in my portrait. If you want to match the shirt that you had on, that's totally fine. But if you want to just make it up, that's also totally fine. I'm going to draw like the arm there. And there's another arm. Okay. And then I think maybe I'll just color it in plain. You could do a pattern on your shirt, or you could do it plain. Up to you. But I really think it would look nice if you guys did like a pattern in the background. Okay. Now for the background, what should I do? I think I'm just gonna do some type of like pattern. Maybe like some stripes or something. So I'm gonna draw some lines. Again, you guys do not have to copy my background. You may totally do your own thing. what else? Hold on, I need to fix this hair over here. I could do some more stripes if I want, or I could just leave it like that. But I think maybe the next thing I would do is just like color in some of these squares and then leave it at that. They don't all have to be colored, and if you do want to leave some white space on your picture, you can do that. Okay, so then I would maybe just go around and finish coloring in some of those squares and finish it up that way. So again, you guys, I hope you like how your picture turned out. If you don't like how it turned out and you absolutely you cannot stand it, again, ask me for another white piece of paper and you can just draw your own self-portrait and then just color it in the way that I showed you guys. If you have any questions at all, feel free to come see me or email me or have your teacher email me, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I can, okay? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.